One of the most visited countries in South America is Chile, which boasts stunning beaches, snow-capped mountains, and a fascinating past. But our goal today is to reveal this nation's hidden mysteries. We'll take a look at some of the interesting and lesser-known facts about Chile that you may not be familiar with in this video. Join us as we examine Chile from a new angle, covering everything from its complicated colonial past to the social and environmental issues it faces. Every day in Santiago, the capital of Chile, starts with activity and commotion. The city is filled with the fresh air of the Andes Mountains when you wake up early. Main streets like Alameda and Avenida Beach get crowded very fast. People have a unique energy when they leave their homes. Some travel to the metro stations, some get coffee at local cafes, while still others go to the bustling markets to run their daily errands. Chile's traditional culture is remarkably woven into everyday life in this modern city. The pleasant aroma of Chilean coffee permeates the streets, which are lined with cafes. People enjoy café de olla, one of the most popular drinks, all day long. The older generation keeps the memory of the past alive by preserving historical tales, while the younger generation participates in cultural conversations at new cafes and art galleries. In the Patagonia region, life is more straightforward and active. However, everyday life operates in a very different, more tranquil way in the stunning Patagonia region in the country's south. People here have a strong bond with nature and live modest, leisurely lives. The days go by slowly and calmly in Patagonia's tiny, isolated communities. The region's economy is still based primarily on agriculture and animal production. The smell of wildflowers and the sound of local birds fill the air, as people get up early to take care of their livestock and agricultural responsibilities. Here, you can observe people making their own crafts, cooking their own food, or weaving traditional rugs. Patagonia's distinct geographic location has isolated its inhabitants from other parts of Chile and brought them closer to the natural world. Here, time seems to go more slowly, and people enjoy the small things in life while taking in Patagonia's untamed and breathtaking scenery. Visiting Chile's beaches. Chile's beaches are a whole other universe. You may enjoy Chilean coastal life in the north of the country, where Valparaiso and Arica are located. These places are among the most visited by tourists because of their distinctive beach beauty. Swimming and surfing are popular water sports here, and everything is in some way related to the ocean and the natural world. The sounds of the ocean waves, seabirds, and the voices of visitors and residents relaxing and enjoying themselves usually fill the days in these areas. Tourists savoring regional seafood specialties and cool beverages pack beach cafes and restaurants alongside these beauties. Chile, with its rich cultural traditions and colonial past, continues to be at the nexus of two very distinct worlds: urban and traditional living side by side. Chilean traditional practices coexist with modernization and fast-paced urban life in the cities. In more isolated communities, ancient customs like folk music, local dances, and cultural events are still practiced, whereas residents in Santiago and other large cities are preoccupied with their jobs and schooling. People go to parks and public areas to spend time with their family or to enjoy the fresh air, even on holidays. People can be seen enjoying picnics in parks, watching football in public squares, and taking part in customary festivities associated with Chile's national and cultural holidays. Chile, a country rich in color and diversity. Chilean daily life is incredibly interesting and varied. Chile offers a variety of intriguing dualities, from the vibrant metropolitan life of Santiago to the tranquility and simplicity of Patagonia. People from many cultures maintain strong ties to their heritage and customs, while living daily lives that showcase their distinct characteristics. We encourage you to explore this vibrant and varied universe in this film. Join the people of Chile and take in their distinctive experiences, from the hectic days in Santiago to the serene evenings in Patagonia. Let's examine Chilean daily life and discover what goes on behind the scenes every single second. This channel is for you if you want to learn more about the obscure and sinister aspects of other nations. In each video, we explore previously untold tales and explore the world's hidden facets. Therefore, make sure to follow our channel for intriguing stuff and information that you haven't yet encountered. The first truth. In Chile, racism and colonialism are still prevalent. Beginning in the 16th century, Chile has a convoluted history of colonization. The Mapuches, Chile's largest and most well-known indigenous group, were among the many indigenous civilizations that were significantly impacted by Spanish colonization. Up to the 1880s, the Mapuches fought against the Chilean government and vehemently opposed colonial domination. However, colonization's impacts may still be seen today in a number of facets of Chile's social and economic life. In Chile, racism toward indigenous tribes is still a major issue. Indigenous peoples continue to face social, economic, and cultural marginalization as a result of the government's incomplete recognition of their rights. Indigenous people still experience poverty, unemployment, and restricted access to healthcare and education in many areas, such as southern Chile and Araucania. We have seen repeated protests by indigenous people against the Chilean government, and despite attempts in recent decades to better the situation of these communities, many still lack basic rights. Second reality: Chile is among the most economically unequal nations in the world. Chile is regarded as one of the most developed nations in South America, and because of its wealth of natural resources, its economy has grown rapidly in recent years, especially in the mining sector. But while if certain parts of Chile are growing quickly, others continue to endure significant economic difficulties. In terms of income distribution, Chile is among the most economically unequal nations in the world. According to reports, a tiny portion of the populace owns more than half of the country's wealth. Many regions in the country's north and south, nevertheless, face unemployment and poverty, despite Santiago, the capital, having large skyscrapers and upscale streets. There are serious economic problems in indigenous areas, particularly in southern Chile, where the Mapuches reside. These regions have significant unemployment rates, and many people continue to lack access to essential services like healthcare and education. In Chile, social protests started in the late 2010 and peaked in 2019 as a result of the country's economic crisis and social injustices. These demonstrations, also referred to as the social revolution, addressed concerns such as growing costs for public transit, healthcare, education, and workers' rights. The third truth is that people struggle to survive in the Atacama Desert. One of the driest regions on the planet is the Atacama Desert in northern Chile. Some parts of the desert have been dry for generations, and in other places, rainfall is incredibly unusual. But there are a lot of secrets concealed in this desert. One of the biggest deposits of lithium, a rare and essential metal used to make batteries for modern devices and electric cars, can be found in the center of this arid desert. Nowadays, one of Chile's most significant industries is the extraction of lithium. However, the ecology and the lives of the local population have suffered greatly as a result of this extraction process. The region's already limited water supplies are under tremendous strain, and the lithium extraction has made matters worse. Scientific research is being conducted in the Atacama Desert, especially in the area of astronomy. The area has emerged as one of the top sites for space telescopes due to its dry air and clear skies. Fourth reality: the effects of Pinochet's dictatorship on Chile's politics and economy. Chile went through one of its darkest eras in history in the 1970s. Through a coup, military dictator Augusto Pinochet took control of the nation and established military dictatorship. Millions were murdered and tortured under his rule, and many political opponents were banished. It's interesting to note that the economic structure Pinochet established persisted until his overthrow in 1990. Pinochet enacted neoliberal policies that concentrated money in the hands of a select few and authority in the hands of private sectors, with the assistance of American economic experts. Despite recent efforts by the Chilean administration to restore democracy and human rights, issues with economic disparity and corruption still have their origins in the Pinochet era. Fifth truth: climate change and Chile, an emerging global crisis. In terms of renewable energy, especially solar and wind power, Chile ranks among the top nations. However, it suffers the same climate change challenges as many other countries. A major threat to agriculture and drinking water supplies is the depletion of water resources in several parts of Chile, particularly in the central and northern regions. Consequently, one of Chile's most significant problems in the upcoming decades will be the water scarcity catastrophe. Furthermore, the nation's ecology and agriculture have been significantly impacted by the melting of the Andes mountain glaciers and altered rainfall patterns. Although Chile is making investments in renewable energy and green technologies to address these difficulties, environmental issues still exist. The sixth truth is that rare species can be found in Chile and the bird world. Chile's biodiversity is one of its distinctive qualities. Numerous uncommon and unusual species can be found in the nation, which has long been a popular stop for South American bird migrations. Chile is a great place to go birdwatching because of its location. The nation has earned the moniker Birdwatcher's Paradise. Birds migrating south from North America are housed in natural reserves in northern Chile, particularly in the Atacama region. The Chilean shore is also home to seabirds, peacocks, and flamingos. Many bird species that are uncommon elsewhere in the world, such the Magellanic penguin and the Chilean woodpecker, can be found in the lakes and forests of southern Chile. These truths, which range from the effects of colonialism to the ecological dangers Chile faces, have shown us the country's beauty and its difficulties. Notwithstanding the challenges, Chile continues to be a place of great natural and cultural riches, providing a singular and varied experience. If you were amazed by this video, be sure to leave your comments below and subscribe to our channel for more information. Until the next video, take care.